In a mighty kingdom cradled between mountains and rivers lived a lion named Zehan. But Zehan was not born in the wild. He took his first steps inside the palace gardens. Raised by men, pampered with luxury, and taught obedience over instinct, Zehan never hunted, never ran free. His mane was always combed, his claws dulled, and his spirit trained to bow on command. The king adored his royal beast and took pride in his tamed lion. Visitors from distant lands would gather just to see Zehan sit, pose, and sway to music, draped in golden chains like a living trophy. Over time, Zehan confused applause for meaning and thought that obedience was nobility. He never knew the forest, never breathed the unchained air. But sometimes, deep in the stillness of night, something stirred, an ancient ache, a silent longing for something lost, or perhaps never known. One day, a troop of entertainers arrived. Among them was a cunning jackal named Rafi, who noticed the golden-collared lion in the courtyard. With a mocking smile, he whispered, "Is this life? Do you think their claps mean they love you? You're not their king. You're their puppet." Zehan growled, "I have everything. Food, safety, praise." Rafi only grinned, "And yet, you look like a statue that dreams of motion." That night, those words echoed in Zehan's heart. For the first time, he looked at his reflection, not to admire, but to question. Days passed, but the cheers began to feel like chains. Each command he followed felt like betrayal to a voice rising within him. Then came the night of the grand festival. Music echoed, fireworks cracked the sky, and in the chaos, Zehan saw something he'd never seen before. A gate left slightly open. He didn't roar, didn't run. He walked quietly, purposefully, into the unknown. The earth felt different beneath his paws. Cold, wild, honest. The forest didn't welcome him with applause, but with challenge. At first, Zehan struggled. He was clumsy, cautious, slow. But with every passing moon, the stiffness of royal life melted. His muscles remembered. His breath deepened. His eyes sharpened. And when he met others like him, untamed, free, dignified, he didn't feel inferior. He felt found. One dawn, Zehan climbed a high rock and let out a roar, not for others, not as a performance, but as himself. And for the first time, it echoed back, real, raw, true. Years later, when that same kingdom faced a crisis, its aging king helpless, its lands invaded by wild wolves, no soldier could stop the threat. Then one night, a figure appeared at the broken gates, not in chains, not to entertain, but to protect. Zehan had returned, not as a pet, but as a protector. He led the charge, not with speeches, but with strength. His courage didn't need celebration, it needed silence to be felt. When the king offered him his place back in the palace, Zehan smiled and said, "I once had praise, but no peace. Now I have peace, even if no one claps." Morale. Never exchange your soul for someone else's script. Don't let the world define your roar. You were born free, not to be tamed for their applause. Because sometimes freedom begins the moment you stop needing to be seen.